Does an invisible world truly exist? Is the spiritual realm real? And can it be proven with science? Did you guys know that we are actually blind and deaf to 99.99999% of reality? Meaning most of reality is totally blind to all of our senses. And I'm going to prove that today. Often the common criticism I get with my belief on the metaphysical world and the spiritual realm from people who do not believe in a spiritual world, in an invisible spiritual world, is they often tell me, if it's so real, why can't you prove it using observable science? But using observable science to prove the metaphysical is using the wrong tools. It's like asking me to use a metal detector to find a plastic credit card that you lost on the beach. It's the wrong tool. I'm not going to find it. I mean, here's an example of that. Our thoughts are metaphysical. Nobody knows exactly where thoughts come from. Nobody has observed the thought in any of our organs or cut open the brain and seen the thought in real time or quantified it, made it tangible, and studied it and observed it. Nobody has ever done that. We don't know exactly where thoughts come from. Well, some people say, oh, it's in the brain. No, the brain is more like a receiver, but again, nobody has ever observed a thought in the brain. So it's metaphysical. Observable science cannot find thoughts. They cannot pinpoint where thoughts come from exactly. It's metaphysical. It's spiritual. But the one thing I can prove to you guys from what we know is that there is an invisible world. So for example, did you guys know we are totally deaf to most of reality? Most sounds and frequencies that happen in reality, our ears cannot pick up whatsoever. We can only hear sounds and frequencies from 20 hertz to 20,000. Anything below 20 we can't hear. Anything above 20,000 we can't hear either. There exists a bunch of frequencies and sounds in our reality, which most of it we can't even pick up. So most of reality is completely deaf to us. And the reason is because our hearing is not sensitive to all frequencies. It simply doesn't pick up very low or high tones. And if also a vibration is too soft, we don't hear it either. So that's proof that we are deaf to most of reality. We can't hear it. But we are also blind to most of reality. Everything you see all around you, that is less than 1% of reality. Here's a chart of the spectrum of visible light. See that little strip right there? Yeah, that's the visible light we can't see. Everything else, including what's outside of this chart, our eyes cannot pick up whatsoever. That little tiny strip. We can't see cosmic rays, we can't see gamma rays, we can't see X-rays, we don't see ultraviolet, we can't see infrared, we don't see microwaves, we don't see radar, radio, Wi-Fi, we don't see broadcast, and anything outside of this chart as well, we cannot see. The only visible light we can see is that little strip right there. That's the electromagnetic spectrum. It's the visible light spectrum. That is all we can see, that little tiny strip. So there you go. We can't hear most of reality. We can't see most of reality. We are blind to 99.99999%, which is why I have a hard time understanding why people think that a spiritual realm or a metaphysical world does not exist, that there is nothing invisible. But it's proven that our senses can't even pick up most of reality. Less than 1% our senses can pick up, but there exists so much more. Our world is incredibly noisy, and we can't hear most of it. Our world is incredibly colorful, and there's so much things going on, and all these different light waves happening, and we can't even see most of it. That alone shows that there is an invisible world that is a lot bigger, and a lot busier, and a lot stranger than the visible one our senses can pick up. Like, I don't think it's a coincidence that people who partake in certain substances like psychedelics see the same exact being with the same exact personalities and goals. How many coincidences have to happen before it's mathematically impossible? In learning all this stuff, I'm starting to fully understand why God does not allow us to see the spiritual wickedness in high places. I mean, imagine for a day that God completely removes the veil from reality just for you, and you're able to see all the invisible things happening. You're able to see all the wicked spirits oppressing your friends, family, strangers. Imagine being able to see the spirits in real time, oppressing them or attacking them, giving them all kinds of spiritual attacks. Imagine turning on the TV with all these wicked politicians, and you're able to see the wicked spirits influencing them in real time. I think the big reason God does not allow us to see these things is because most of us, if not all, are not mature enough to handle this. We are not used to seeing something as freaky as that. It would ruin all of our lives if we were able to see all the wicked spirits attacking our friends, families, strangers. We would not be able to live normal lives if we could see this stuff on an invisible level. So that's why it's very important knowing these things. What opens people up to wicked spirits and their influence? How to eliminate their negative influence from your life, your friend's life, your family's life, and show others how to eliminate that influence using the word and what it says and why it says what it says. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about all this? Do you believe in the spiritual realm? Or if you don't, let me know why you don't believe in it. If you guys would like to support this channel, I do have a Patreon. Shout out to all my patrons. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we're out.